by number 17, Max Tipton.
All right, so Witt gets the goal. They call him Witt as opposed to Whitty. And, of course, Max Jeldon gets the assist. So it's 1-0 right now as Brookings puts the pressure on. Puck goes back behind the net against Owen McBride. Far side there, picked up out of Gretzky's corner. His office back comes out to the point. We have a whistle stopping play just inside the blue line. That was Jamison Honkamp with the puck right there. So Brookings now will bring out, if you will, Wes Koenig. Also coming out there will be Kane Kurtenbach, if you will, and running. Comes out here, shot on, kicked out that time. They score again. And Brookings grabs an early 2-0 lead. Kurtenbach, I believe, gets that goal at the 15:51 mark.
Brookings getting a couple good shots on goal right there. They got a pretty good look at it. 2-0 here. Lakers are going to have to scramble to get back on again.
So Brookings grabs an early lead there, if you will. 2 shots on goal and, if you will, 2 goals. Lakers put the puck back into the Brookings zone. Back to get it, of course, back there will be Alex Rice along the near rail. Lakers come up with the puck, clear it back behind their own net over there. The Brookings net centering pass broken up that time by the Rangers. Sheldon with the puck gets it ahead now. And the Lakers come up with it, take it back behind their own net. That's Bowling. Deflects up over the glass and out of play. 15:23 to go in this opening period of hockey. Jeff and Jim with you, and of course Austin, our man right here. And back of the studios, Nick, and also Kurt Crawford. 15:23 on the First Premier Bank card scoreboard. Lakers get the puck, clear it back to the neutral zone. We have a whistle stopping play. Charles Marshall, let's see out there. And right now for the Lakers is Austin Green. Green will face off here. He goes against Carter Merritt. Face off to the right. That face off brought to you by South Dakota Trailers. Shot on, goes wide to the mark. Loose puck picked up here along the near boards. Green with the puck, clears in the neutral zone, knocked down by the Rangers back into the Lakers zone. That's Hershoff. Hershoff, just a freshman, plays it back behind the Lakers zone. The Laker net, Lakers along the far rail. Clearing a cross ice pass picked up here by Green. They clear it back in the neutral zone. Brookings comes up with the puck. That's Ike Johnson. Clears it ahead left side, providing some pressure, of course, is Watertown defensively. And that's Max Evans, who's playing on this line with Van Dusseldorf, and also, of course, for Blair Boomsma. Shot on that time by Max. It's a shot, a bullet that time by Max Evans. Rebound comes back out to neutral ice area, picked up here by Carter Merritt. Merritt lost the handle, takes a big check right there, picked up here by Brookings. Lakers try to clear back to the neutral zone, and they do that onto the stick of Alex Rice. Rice plays it back in the Lakers zone, near side, picked up here by Lloyd. And we have another whistle stopping play at 14:13. Just underway on Crestone Builders night here at the Mace Arena. And of course, our game tonight brought to you by Rob's Auto, McKeever Vending, also of course Hanson Moran Eye Clinic, little brother, little sister, that's Elite Drain and Sewer. Face off coming, First Premier Bank card face off coming just outside the Lakers zone.
Lakers picking up the intensity a little.
14-11 here, back in the neutral zone, picked up by the Honkamp. Honkamp clears it in the neutral zone. Lakers get it there, backhander that time by Evans, goes back into the Brookings zone. They clear the puck along the near boards, picked up here, of course, by Honkamp. Lakers keep it in off a skate. Far side over there to Koenig. Koenig clears it out to the neutral zone. Lakers dump it right back in. That, of course, is Evans, if you will. Matson, I beg your pardon, 34. Loose pucked up here by the Rangers. Cross ice pass picked up by Koenig. Koenig with the puck, skates in over the blue line, plays it into the Lakers zone. Back to get it will be Mason Lloyd. Mason picks it up here, skates out with the puck right now, carries it in over the blue line down the right side. Looks for a centering pass, takes it back behind the net. Gathers in the puck, gets it back out here. Evans puts a shot on, blocked that time off the skates of a Brookings player. That was Maxwell Jeldon, and the loose puck picked up here by the Rangers. They play to him. Jeldon tries to get it onto the stick of Whitty, puts a shot on that goes high over the glass, high over the net. Rebound comes back out to the neutral ice area, picked up here by the Rangers. Cleared near side that time, onto the stick of Rice. Rice, left side pass, head it comes that time, backhander by Witt. Plays it back into the Watertown zone. One after that puck is Kelton. Loose puck picked up here, onto the stick, the Lakers break it out. Up the right side, shot on that time is a little bit off the mark. That was that time by the Lakers. And that was Max Evans. Evans wears 14, shot on, they score! Van Dusseldorf beats Kurtenbach, and Watertown gets on the board at the 12:24 mark.
That's Max Evans right over to Jacob Van Dusseldorf. And Max Evans, you can tell he's played a while. He's only a freshman, but he's been around the game long enough, and he can see what's going on out there. Really a nice pass from behind the net, Max Evans.
All right, so it's a 2-1 hockey game at 12:24 to go. Carter Merritt facing off here against Van Dusseldorf. He gets the draw, puts a shot on, and gets poked away that time by the Lakers. Far side, Van Dusseldorf goes after the puck. Comes out along the near rail, takes a check into the boards, nevertheless stays with it. Along the near rail, loose puck trickles into the Brookings zone. Rice doesn't get to it, but one of the other Brookings Rangers does. Clears it head now to center ice. Down the right side, has it poked away, taken away by Van Dusseldorf, picked his pocket clean, had the puck knocked down, puts a shot on that time, but whistles one wide. Goes wide that time by the Lakers as they play it, and it comes out here onto the stick of a Brookings player up the left side. This is Koenig skating in, tried to get a shot on weakly, and it did not find the mark. Cross ice pass over here, picked up by the Lakers. They'll clear back out. That's Jeldon. We have a Brookings player down, but he's up again. It's neutral ice area picked up here. That is Jonas. Plays it back in the Lakers zone. Watertown comes up with that puck. And of course, with the puck right now is Devin Matson.
We're going to have a penalty on Caden Rollins, and that's going to be an interference. He basically, the puck was going the other direction, and Caden played the body there, and they're going to get him for interference every time on that one.
At 11:20 of the first period, so Brookings goes on the power play. And of course, this power play brought to you by Riddle's Jewelry. Out here in the neutral zone, Lakers come up with a puck, they slap it down the ice. That's Evans. Nicely done as Huckenmeister stops it behind his own goal there. Boomsma goes after the puck, far side, picked up here by Brookings. They try to break it out ice. They do. Near rink side pass, near side to Witt. Witt over the blue line, gets separated from the puck. Nicely done that time by Lloyd. Lloyd with the puck himself. 2-on-1, gets separated from the puck. Back to get it, of course, will be the Brookings Rangers. And for the Rangers on the play, that will be Jeldon. Jeldon along the near rail, gets it over to Witt, far side. Jeldon has to go back to get the puck at his own blue line. Clears it, knocked down that time by the Lakers. Nicely done. Watertown gets on the puck. That's Austin Green. Green with the puck over there, picked up here by Jeldon. Jeldon with the near side. Max, left side pass onto the stick here of a Brookings player, Honkamp. Picked up here now by Brookings. That is Hershoff. Hershoff looking out front. Shot gets up, blocked up in the air. Far side over there, of course, for the Lakers. That is Evans over there. And then coming up with it is Hershoff along the far boards. Clears it back out to a teammate. That's Ike Johnson. Johnson puts a shot right on side of the net. Save made that time by Owen McBride. 9:59 to go in this first period of play on the First Premier Bank card. And at 9:59, it shows Brookings with a 2-1 lead in this hockey game, first period action.
Honkamp does a nice job for Brookings.
Yes, he does. And of course, face-off coming far side over there. Watertown gets the puck, still 34 seconds down on this power play. Brought to you by Riddle's Jewelry, picked up here by the Brookings Rangers near side. They'll break up ice, knocked away nicely that time by the Lakers' Evans. Clears it back far side for Rice. Clears over, gets it back behind his own net with just 16 seconds to go in this power play. Lakers try to knock it down. Comes back out. That, of course, was Beebe. Pass out here. Beebe gets on his stick, plays it ahead, knocked down that time by Witt. Picked up here by the Rangers, and that is Jeldon. Both teams now full strength. With the puck left side for the Brookings Rangers on the play. That, of course, is Shoup. Shoup with the puck. Lakers take it away. Van Dusseldorp skates in over the blue line. Down the right side he goes. Has the puck separated. Goes after that loose puck. Try to body up against the boards over there. Body is met up along the boards. Tries to dig it out. Getting back over there against Jeldon. Loose puck picked up there. Spins around. Lost the handle. Picked up by the Lakers' Evans. Evans, this is Mason with the puck right now. Looking for a centering pass. Looks back in the corner. Looks for a centering pass back behind the net, back in Gretzky's office. Comes over here, Evans goes after that loose puck, puts his man, bodies his man up against the boards, picked up by Brookings. Witt has it knocked out that time by the Lakers' Beebe. Far side over there, Brookings gets on the puck, and with it is Johnson. Johnson and Beebe go after a loose puck. Lakers clear it back into the neutral zone and back into the Brookings area with 8:20 to go in this first period of play. On the First Premier Bank scoreboard, it's 2-1 Brookings with the lead. With a puck right now for Brookings, that is Bortnam. Bortnam near side picked up here, and that, of course, is Hershoff. Hershoff stick handles the puck out to center ice, broken up that time a little bit by the Lakers. Onto the stick that time of Bortnam. Bortnam near side, cleared away by the Lakers in neutral ice area. Back to get it will be for Brookings, Honkamp. He leaves it now for a teammate, that is Marshall. Charles Marshall back behind his own net in the Brookings zone, picked up by the Lakers. Nice job that time clearing the puck, that's Rollins. Rollins, Slobotsky battle after the puck over there. Loose puck comes out here, knocked down off the Brookings stick. Gets back out there, going after that puck is Rollins. Rollins gets to the stick. He gets the pass out center, broken up off a skate, broken up, shot on, point blank that time by Slobotsky. Wouldn't go. Loose puck trickles out here along the near rail, still in the Brookings zone. Lakers play it back there. Going back to get it, of course, will be Honkamp. His pass left side, getting over there is Mason Lloyd, but staying with it and clearing it into the Lakers zone that time. Here's, of course, Watertown with a puck, took it away nicely. Pass left side for Evans. Had it knocked down that time. Couldn't quite get to the puck there. Picked up by Brookings in their own zone. Onto the stick he goes left time for Shoup. Shoup gets ridden off the puck. Lakers clear it back out to the neutral ice area all the way down the ice. We'll have icing called at 6:47. On the First Premier Bank card scoreboard, it's 2-1 right now with 6:47 to go. Period number one, Brookings with the lead. Jim Lloyd?
Lakers controlling the puck the last few minutes.
Yeah, they
doing
have.
A great job.
They've picked it up nicely, to say the least. Off the face-off, they're going to redo it. Shoup facing off here against Van Dusseldorp.
Some of these young kids that the Lakers have, Evans and Bowling, some of those kids have really come up to speed here within the last few minutes. They've done a nice job.
6:46 to go, period number one. And I think we're going to talk with Eric Scott in between periods. Loose puck picked up the neutral zone. Evans, backhander that time, gets knocked down that time by Rice. Evans and Rice battle for the puck over there, picked up by Witt. Plays it back behind his own goal. Shot right on that time by the Lakers. Bowling wouldn't go. Bowling keeps it in though. Clears it back behind the net, and Rice will go back to get it now for the Rangers. Pass left side for Witt, too far. Lakers pick it up. Backhander that time by Lloyd. Clears it back into the Brookings zone. Lakers will make a change here. Pass right side onto the stick of a Brookings player, that's Jeldon. Had it knocked down. It's KJ, but the K is really silent. This is, of course, Lloyd with a puck right now. Mason puts a shot on. Stick save, pad save made that time by Kuchenmeister. We'll have a face-off coming to the right of the senior netminder. Face-off brought to you by South Dakota Trailers. 6:02 in the First Premier Bank card scoreboard. Brookings with a 2-1 lead. Face off to the left of Kuchenmeister, Brookings zone, and Jeldon comes up with it. Clears it out to neutral ice, and over the blue line, goes down the left side, as one of the people over there, Sheehan, lost his stick, but he goes to get it back. Packed out to the just inside the blue line. Lakers clear it back out to the point. Kept in that time, though, by Brookings. Nice job by Marshall that time. Picked up here by the Lakers, back behind their own net. Gretzky's office. Centering pass broken up. Comes back out here. Shot on that time by Marshall. Would not go with 5:32 to go in the period. Loose puck along the near rail. Picked up here this time by Brookings. That is Merritt. Merritt with the puck. Takes it back behind the Laker net. Looks for a centering pass out there. Finds a man at the blue line. Shot on, broken up in traffic. Where is that puck? Back beyond the net. Merritt goes back after that puck, as does, of course, Marshall. Loose puck out here in the slot, cleared back out to the neutral zone. Rolling puck back into the Brookings zone. They'll go back to get it. And with the puck right there will be Marshall. Marshall, rink wide pass that time. Lakers keep it in, knock it away. Nicely done. Onto the stick that time of Rollins. Puts a shot on. He collides. And of course, the net is knocked off its moorings. So at 4:50 to go, we'll have a face-off coming in the Brookings zone, brought to you by South Dakota Trailers. And on the First Premier Bank scoreboard, 4:50 to play, period number 1. Brookings still with a 2-1 lead. Great crowd tonight for this opener. Room for about another 50, maybe 75.
Rollins ended up in the net with the Brookings goaltender that time. He had a pretty good head of steam going to the net.
Shoop against Matson here, face off. Won by Brookings, backhander that time by Johnson. Ike puts it all the way down the ice, and the Lakers, Rollins will go back to get it. Rollins with the puck right now, flips it ahead, knocked down that time by the Brookings defender, flips it up in the air again. Tried to get ahead with a hand pass, can't do that, but it's picked up here by Slobotsky. Slobotsky with the puck deep in his own zone, 4:27 on the clock. Long stretch pass ahead, onto the stick that time for Evans. Couldn't quite control the puck, settle it down, cleared back out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Van Dusseldorf. Van Dusseldorf at his own blue line, rink-wide pass for Slobotsky. Slobotsky with the puck along the rail. Clears it ahead here, Evans. Stolen that time by Brookings. Pad save made by Owen. McBride, and the Lakers clear back out neutral ice. They'll make another change. Getting out there, of course, will be Blair Boomsma, among others. Evans is out there right now. Van Dusseldorf on this line. Bramer will not play a lot tonight. He's been under the weather all week. And so he'll play occasionally, but he's not going to play a lot. Normally he would. Long stretch pass that time. Too far for the Lakers. Bowling comes back out here. Flip knocked down in the neutral zone by the Lakers. Mason Evans picked up here, of course, by the Lakers. Right here with the puck. And that's Boomsma. Loose puck picked up here by Evans. This is Mason Lloyd. Lloyd with the puck, takes in the near side. He's a defenseman, but he's an offensive-minded defenseman. You gotta like that. Cleared off his stick, back in the corner, goes back to retrieve it. Takes it now, works down there against, of course, Marshall. Marshall and Evans, or should say Lloyd coming up with it. Near side over here. This is Boomsma. Shot that time a little bit off the mark by Bowling. He was actually at the point. Lakers putting a lot of pressure on Brookings right here, though. They knock it down, and it jumps over Van Dusseldorf's stick. Goes back in the Lakers zone. 2:57 to play, period number 1. 5 seconds right now, and the Laker penalty. And, of course, that's brought to you by Riddles Jewelry, both teams at full strength. Picked up here, of course, by Koenig. Koenig whistles a shot on. Nice glove save made that time by McBride.
Owen McBride had a really nice glove save there, Jeff, but he had some really nice saves the last 3 or 4 shots. He's done an excellent job.
Yes. He gave up 2 quickies, but now he's into the game.
Yeah, you can tell. You can just tell by his demeanor that he's locked in way better now, and Owen can be an awful good goalie.
South Dakota Trailers brings you this face-off to the right of Owen McBride. Lakers zone, 2:43 on the clock. Of course, right now, Merritt is out there offensively, working down there against the Lakers. I think that was Beebe. Yes, it was. Loose puck out front, and the slot picked up by Watertown, cleared back out to Rice. Rink-wide pass over here for Johnson. Johnson clears it ahead now. Off the stick that time of Koenig. Lakers clear back to the neutral zone. Back to get it will be Rice in his own zone for Brookings. Far rail over there. Takes it back, far rail for Johnson. Too far for him. Back to the neutral zone. Lakers knock it down the neutral ice area. Putting some pressure on. Picked up here, of course, by the Lakers. And that was a nice shot that time by Kyler Krantz.
Almost had it.
Yes, he did. Loose puck. They play it back in the Brookings zone. Going after that puck is Slobotsky. He goes after it over here. And, of course, the Lakers get to it. Nice hustle that time by the Lakers Green. Green 23 he wears. It's near side, bodies his man up against the boards. Picked up here by Brookings. This is Jeldon. Gets around his man on the puck. Good stick handler, but the Lakers break it up. Shot right on, they score! That was Witt getting his second goal at 1:39 of the period.
Lakers, I thought they had it played pretty well defensively, and the puck kind of came out oddly, and the Lakers couldn't catch up with it.
So period number one, we've had 4 goals. Brookings now with a 3-1 lead.
Pretty nice, nice shot that time. Right over the glove of Owen McBride. I think it surprised him, but that was a heck of a shot to the corner.
Yeah, it was. So face-off coming. Van Dusseldorf works against Shoop out here. Picked up by Brookings defensively. That's Drew.
Assisted by number 17, Max Feldman, number 6, Jameson Hong.
All right, and Honkamp also gets an assist on that. So 1:31 to play in this first period. And of course, Jeldon gets 2 assists so far tonight in this period. Lakers with a puck along the near rail here. And let's see. Evans out there, Max Evans, he's Max's 14, Mason's 31. Shot on, broken up that time nicely by Evans. That was Max. Shot up time by Whitty is a bit off the mark. We have a whistle stopping play with 1:03 to go. Brookings is outshot Watertown 11-3, and they lead on the scoreboard 3-1 with 1:03 to go. Period number one. First Premier Bank card brings you this scoreboard update.
Parker Sheehan and a gentleman from Brookings got into it right in front of the net, and the referees took them both. So it's going to be an offsetting penalties here. 5-on-5.
Still 5-on-5.
That skirmish between those two started early on, about 30 seconds ago, and it ended with both of them in the box.
So Merritt facing off against Slaboski. Brookings actually wins the draw with just under a minute to go. Out here, loose puck out front. Where is it? And it's covered up that time by Owen McBride.
I think everybody lost track of that puck. I think Owen is probably the only one that knew where it was. Most of the guys in the skirmish ahead of it, they didn't know where the puck was.
Yeah, 52.3 seconds. You can catch the action, of course, 1480 KSDR, and also on GoWatertown.net as we stream it live for you. Back out to the point it comes, off the stick of Honkamp. Shot up, broken up in traffic. Rebound comes out near side over here. Picked up by the Lakers. This is Green. Green with the puck in over the blue line. Nice job of stick handling. Puts a backhander on the carries high over the top of the cage. Rebound comes out far side over there with 29 seconds to play in the period. Picked up here, of course, by the Brookings. This is Hershoff. Puts the shot on.
Those Lakers kind of got caught in a shift there, and Brookings was on a 2-and-1. Max Evans is hustling in to give some assists, and the shot right to the glove of Owen McBride. So another nice job by Owen.
So 22 seconds to go, 3-1. Face-off brought to you by South Dakota Trailers, coming to the right of Watertown's netminder in the Watertown zone. As Shoop will face off against Van Dusseldorf here. Caney gets out there for Brookings defensively. Off the face-off. Batted up in the air, cleared all the way into the Brookings zone. Back to get it will be Rice. On him, of course, is Evans. Near side picked up that time by Brookings, and that's off the stick of Borkman. Back out here, neutral zone. Lakers pick it up. This is Mason Evans with a puck. Evans with a puck, just clearing some time, and he'll kill the end of the first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books. And it's a 3-1 hockey game at the end of the first period of play in the First Premier Bank card scoreboard. Brookings enjoying a 3-1 lead. 14 shots, so 11 saves for Watertown and 2 saves for Kuchenmeister for Brookings in that first period. Let's review the scoring real quick like for you. Of course, Brookings got on the board first as Ashton Witt with a nice shot less than a minute into the game, beating Owen McBride. Getting the assist was Keldon on the play. Then Brookings scored some 29 seconds later. This time it was Lane Kurtenbach unassisted, giving Brookings a quick 2-0 lead with a little over a minute and 9 seconds into the game. But Watertown didn't panic. They came back to make it 2-1 at the 12:24 mark. Then Dusseldorp with Max Evans assisting on the play, and then Brookings getting a goal with a minute 39 to go in this first period. Witt getting a second goal. Again, it was Keljan with the assist for Brookings and also an assist for Honkamp, Jamison Honkamp on the play. So Brookings right now enjoying a 3-1 lead after one period of play. And again, they had 14 shots on goal. Watertown so far 3 in that first period. So I thought Owen McBride really played quite well in that first period of play, all things considered.
Yeah, you said it in your recap. You know, the Lakers got down 2-0 right away. They did not panic. In fact, I think they won most of the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, I do too.
I really think they did.
Yeah, so we started a little bit late tonight because, of course, the JV game went overtime, ended up in a 1-1 tie.
Yep. And then we were busy getting the technical part of this. I hope everything is working okay. We did have to break away from the live stream for a second right when the game started, but we're back on right now, and we're hoping we have good enough service now to be able to watch that.
All right, so let's do so. Get the headphones on, of course, Mr. Scott, Eric Scott. And good evening, how you doing?
I'm doing great, how you doing?
Excellent, good to see you. No longer president of the association.
No longer president, past president.
After a couple of years.
Correct.
In some ways, that's got to be kind of nice.
It is kind of nice,
it's
yeah. Time to move on, let somebody else take the reins and go from there, yeah.
So, I've been to ask you this, and of course you're no longer president, so you could do this. But I'm asking a question as far as 2 sheets of ice, things like that. We still aren't any further along in a sense than we were, say, 3-4 years ago, are we? Or are we?
I think we're further along. I think things are working in the background, and something is probably going to happen soon. We continue to work on it. And as with anything, or most of my experiences in construction and development, there's lots of hurdles and things that take time, and then politically, it just takes time to get things through and to make good decisions.
I think that once we come up with a location for this, and we still haven't come up with a location yet, if I'm correct, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think once we get that, I think a lot of people then will step forward.
I believe so, yeah. I think that's accurate. I think wisely, the city's been looking at sites, making sure we pick the right site and a good site that's both, maybe provide some economic development as well as a good value in construction and development. So
the last rumor I heard was that they had even looked at, say, over there by the old home bakery.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's any.
I have no insider information for you, though. I think you probably know as much as I do.
Okay, well, in some ways that's kind of good, but I hope that something gets done quick here because it seems like we keep pushing other things in front of it. And
yeah.
I'm not really happy to see that. I trust in the people they had on the board for the hockey people, because you were on there, and Adam Sullivan, people like that, Vince Foley, and I trust all those people to get something done and have it get it done right.
Yeah.
So I don't have any problem with that, but I just hope it would get pushed along a little further, because it seems like in some of the cases other things come into play, and then that suddenly becomes the focus as opposed to the hockey rink, and I want that to stay up there.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary that anything's gotten prioritized over the top of it. The funds come from multiple different sources, and again, I believe we've worked hard. I've worked hard on the committee with Vince and Adam and many others from the city, from Parks and Rec, and the mayor as well. And I think they're, both our city, our mayor are doing their best to make prudent decisions for our community, decisions that are financially responsible. And again, I don't think, in my understanding, I don't have a lot of understanding of the background of where the dollars go, but as far as I know, the money that's been budgeted is still in that budget. It's just been a matter of trying to make sure we can build the right thing and have enough funds to do that, because I think everybody's been a proponent that I've spoken to of don't take shortcuts. Let's build the right thing. If we're going to make an investment, let's make it a good investment and build the right thing in the right place. And So that's taken a little bit more time. I don't think any, like I said, I don't think any projects necessarily jumped ahead of it. It ended up being with the bond, it was kind of the third one to get done. And, in that sense, maybe 5 years ago or so, it was the last one, and there wasn't necessarily enough funds to do it right. But again, a lot of people have been working hard, and we've had a little bit of turnover in city council and stuff, so that always sets you back a little bit. But from conversations I've had lately, I do feel like people, the city council as well as some others in the community are pushing hard to get it done, and that something will happen very soon.
Okay,
So.
well, that's good. I'm a very impatient man.
Yeah.
I'm a very impatient man. I want something to get done here.
Me too. It's a lot more fun turning dirt, but
yeah.
Again, being in construction, I'm often frustrated that the paperwork side of things, the red tape side of things, the getting ready to break ground often takes longer than the actual construction part of it. The construction part of it's kind of the easy part. So yeah.
All right. Well, and I like the thought that they want to do it right, so that we don't open it up the first day and say, well, we should have done this, or it's already too small, or whatever. You're right. Let's do it correctly, so when we open it up, there's room for growth, expansion, things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's been a proponent of that. It's always tricky because, with any project, you're going to have your wants and your desires, and you're going to have your needs. And of course, you've got to weigh that against what your budget is. So you always have to keep budget in mind. And to me, the trick is, yeah, it's only money. But I do believe that the trick is, or what I've had in my experience is when you don't spend enough money, you have to be prudent. You have to make wise decisions. You can't just write a blank check. But when you don't spend enough money, you don't get a return on investment. So if you try to get by on the cheap, that's fine. You might get the bare minimum. And again, this is more from a community and a city aspect on returning to all of our citizens than just necessarily the hockey associations or the people that use the ice today. And I'm a big believer in that if you do it right, do it in the right place, it will be a financial benefit to our community and not a burden to our community.
Okay.
And I'm a big believer in that. And so I think that's the trick, though, is doing it right, spending enough money, but not going over the top too. We all have to live within the budgets that we have, and of course, you can't have everything, but yeah, want to get a good value and want to make sure it's something to me that returns return on investment for our community. I think that's a big thing.
Okay, sounds good. Now, you're no longer president, but I'm sure you're still involved quite a bit with the association.
Oh, absolutely. And past president stays on the board for the following 2 years.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm still serving on the board, still on the executive board, and will be again next year as well. And I am staying involved on in trying to get, working with the city and working to the end to get the ice arena done finally. But yeah, so I'll stay involved, and I've got a 9-year-old that's still playing, so I got 9-10 more years in the association yet. So I'll be around for a long time, and I'll continue to help out wherever I can and wherever I'm needed.
You might get recycled. You never know.
You never know. It could happen. I'm looking forward to maybe taking a year off. But we'll see.
Yeah. Well, and you stop and look at your case, and some people have had 4 kids play hockey, like Jim Lloyd and Jenny Workus and things like that. Those people, and it really takes those dedicated people to make this association be successful and really fly.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got a great board, a working board. I mean, Jenny Workus just has so much dedication and passion for the association. And Lucas Deutsch, even, who doesn't have any kids, but he coached our varsity for a long time and has taken on a role that we call the coach-in-chief, really working to grow and bring some continuity to our association and to all of our coaches coach. And then, you named it, Jim Lloyd, Vince Foley. And there's just countless others that put many hours and a lot of passion into what they do here. And it's a volunteer organization. And we have a lot of volunteers, and it's really nice. It's fun to be a part of. We go to our board meetings, and it's been this way since I became president. It was really my first stint on the board, but usually after the board meeting, oftentimes the exec board will sit around like everybody's kind of in a rush to get the board meeting over with, and then the rest of us will sit down and for the next 3 hours till midnight or sometimes even 1 a.m. we'll sit there and talk about hockey and talk about our community and just talk hockey for the next 2 or 3 hours. We're not rushing out to get home because we love it. We love our kids. We're passionate about this sport and passionate about our community.
Is hockey in Watertown as strong as ever?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I think our numbers would show that we're as strong as it's ever been, and continuing to grow. I think Vince and Jenny started years ago, and Parks and Rec partnered with us, really helped get things going at the younger level, get more in, and kudos to those people at Parks and Rec and the people that got that going, because that's been a great feeder system for us. And so we're seeing good numbers, and yeah, I think we're definitely as strong as we've ever been. I think a second sheet of ice would really help us, though.
Yeah, and I think that you could go across many places in Minnesota where they tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you have the ice, the kids will use it.
Yeah. For sure, and it's amazing. I come out and play men's league still on Sunday nights at 9:00, and all of us wish we could play 2 or 3 nights a week, but it's amazing how many kids are here for open skate. When I come in at 9:00, I mean, that parking lot that's out there is full, and there's got to be over 100 kids in here on any given Sunday night for open skate. I haven't often been here on a Wednesday, but I think the general community uses it really well and uses it often for skating as well. And there's already concern, as we talk about schedules. I mean, this arena is booked. We did have some cancellations already our first weekend of hockey, and we had to cancel, and now we're playing on makeup games on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we have to bump practices or cancel practices just so we can play games. I mean, there's literally from November, from the time the ice starts, and up until April or March when different levels start getting over with, there's like 4 hours of spare ice time. So yeah, it gets used heavily.
Yeah. Anything, Eric, Scott, that we haven't talked about that you'd like to bring up tonight?
I don't think so. I think you covered it all. We talked a lot of arena and gave credit where credit's due. Again, it is fun to be a part of an organization like this, and really Watertown as a whole. It's fun to see. We got a lot of good associations. I think there's a swim meet in town, and
there is
this weekend, and there's a lot of things going. It's exciting to see everything that's happening in Watertown, and hockey is and can be a big part of that. So.
And Crestone Builders, that's going well?
Yeah, it's going very well. We're very busy. We're got a little project. Well, it's a big project for us. It pales in comparison to the Terex project, but we're building a 60,000 square foot warehouse facility for a company that does logistics for Terex, and that's our big project right now. But we got a project going on out at Stones as well, doing a little addition there, kind of hidden in the back by the truck wash there. So not a lot of people have probably seen that. And the other big project we got going on is we're actually building a new Taco John's in Huron. So those restaurants are always fun.
Really?
But, yep. And then we went working. Shoot, man, we're still pouring concrete. We're going to be pouring concrete for the next month, pulling cure blankets and ground thaw units out, and still working on the highway trying to get that done. We have the sidewalk part of that, so we're helping out with that and building a couple of houses too. But yeah, as long as we're giving people kudos to my crew and Chris Erickson. He's up in the stands here. His kids are playing hockey. He had to work all day in Huron in the cold trying to get concrete ready and beat feet back here to get here to watch his kid play JV. But man, my entire crew's been doing a great job and just working hard. Our concrete guys have been working long hours and getting a lot of stuff done and fighting the weather.
How many people are employed by Crestone?
We have about 20.
Okay.
Yeah, between 20 and 25. We lose, we always hire some seasonal kids that they either go back to school. So yeah, but we're right around 20 and steadily growing and adding a few key people here and there. And yeah, so things are going well. Thanks for asking.
Thank you. Hey, we appreciate your sponsorship tonight and coming up, and keep up the good work. You're doing a lot of great things in Watertown.
You bet. Thank you, and it's always a pleasure to support this and anything else in town and sports.
Thanks a million.
It's great. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Eric
Bye.
Scott, past president, but he's still very involved as far as the hockey side of things is concerned. 3-1 after one period of play. On the, of course, First Premier Bank card. Game of tonight also brought to you, of course, by South Dakota Trailers, Hanson Moran Eye Clinic, Elite Drain and Sewer, McKeever Vending, Deutsch Excavating, Riddles Jewelry, DuPont Electric. Also, of course, Hy-Vee, Reliabank, Dakota Butcher, Frito-Lay put on that great feed tonight. And of course, also, good people, Subway will name a player of the game after the game.
Eric Scott's always fun, isn't he? He's a great asset to Watertown Laker hockey.
He's good because I get out there and I want to talk about the new sheet of ice, and I go, let's just get this done.
Yeah.
You know, and he goes, no, we got it. We got to be able to. You know, so
we really appreciate Eric in all aspects.
He really puts things in perspective. That's why he's on the board and I'm not.
He does.
I'd walk in there and say, we're going to build this tonight. And they're going to go, no, Jeff. As the play gets underway, second period action, 3-1 after 3. Face-off, of course, won by Brookings. It's right now in the Lakers zone near side. Van Dusseldorp couldn't quite get to the loose puck, picked up here by Witt. Clears it back to the neutralized area, picked up here, of course, by Brookings. And this is Marshall. Marshall clears it back in the Lakers zone. Lakers go back to get that puck back behind the net. Still in the Lakers zone right now. And of course, with the puck was Kevin Hallman. He got a little playing time in there also in this period. And of course, with the puck right now is, guess who? Mason Lloyd. Throws it out here, neutralized area off the stick that time. Boomsma trickles into the Brookings zone. They go back to get it right there. That'll be Marshall with the puck along the far rail. Steps around one defender, plays it off the rail back to the neutralized area. And it comes here to Carter. Merritt looking for a centering pass, shot on, blocked that time off the skate, if you will, of a Laker. That was Evans. Back out here it comes, trying to get a shot on. They clear to the corner instead, didn't have that shot. Along the near rail, Rollins can't quite get to it. Lakers cleared out the neutralized area. Little trip up there. I'm not sure they're going to call a penalty or not. Probably not. But we'll have a face-off coming on the First Premier Bank card scoreboard. 15:38 to go. Period number 2 just underway. 3-1 Brookings with the lead.
And we're going to have a penalty here on Brookings. So no more do they get out of the box. And Brookings is right back in the box with a trip right in front of us.
And that comes at 15:37. I can't write it down quick enough. I wish they'd wait for me to write it down, but I guess they aren't going to do that. And so anyway, going in the box was, of course, Hancock. So Lakers with the power play advantage right here. That's brought to you by Riddle's Jewelry. Lakers with the puck, but Brookings clears it all the way down the ice, and Mason Evans goes back to get it now for the Lakers. In his own zone, steps around one defender, takes it out to the blue line, center ice area. He's a very offensive-minded defenseman because he had 7 goals last year, and he was, of course, one of 2 players that had 7 goals on this team. The other one was Van Dusseldorp. Both had 7 goals to lead the Lakers in scoring. Loose puck far side. Speaking of Van Dusseldorp, he's got the puck right now in his own zone, back behind his own net. 14:47, Lakers in the power play with 1:07 to go here in the second period. And of course, this power play brought to you by Riddle's Jewelry. Going after that puck is Boomsma. Can't quite get to the puck. Brookings steps aside, clears it all the way down the ice. 14:33 to play on the First Premier Bank scoreboard. And 3-1 right now, Brookings with that lead. Evans with the puck, lost the handle, got a little careless. Brookings takes a shot on, they score! Logan Bortnum.
You're right, Jeff. A mistake down there by the Watertown Lakers. Got a little careless with the puck. Actually, Mason Evans looked to pass it up the ice, kind of missed it, which does happen, and happened right in front of Owen McBride, and he had a tough one there.
He did. So now Brookings builds a 4-1 lead.
That's a tough one, you know. That's one that's just a mistake, is all it is.
So Matson is out there right now, playing up along with Slabowski and Rollins on this line. Bramer would normally be out there, kept in that time by the Lakers, and that was Rollins, far side over there. Knocked down, and Brookings will clear down the ice. They actually get a shorthanded goal there, don't they?
Yeah, that was a shorty. That's
a shorty. Now, those are always kind of fun if you're the team that gets them, but you're not so much fun if you're the team that gives it up. Going after that puck, of course, is the Lakers. That's Maxwell. That's Evans, I beg your pardon. For the Lakers, Matson. Did I say Maxwell? Matson. And it picked up here now by the Lakers. Near side cleared out here.
And the Rangers are full strength right now, so
And of
5 on
course,
5.
This is Evans, Max Evans, 5 on 5. 15-4, Brookings is outshot Watertown. 4-1, they have the lead on the First Premier Bank scoreboard. Brookings with a puck in over the blue line. This is Keldon trying to feed Shoop over there, and he couldn't quite come up with the puck, but he has it centered and settled down now. Far side picked up by Witt. Witt in along the far rail, takes it back in Gretzky's office, looks for a centering pass off the side of the net. Back it comes out here, they clear it back behind the rail. Comes over here to Marshall. Marshall clears it around the far rail over there, picked up by Brookings. They continue to control the puck here. Lakers have got to get it and get some puck control. Brookings right now controlling possession of the puck, putting a lot of pressure on Owen McBride. Lakers clear it out all the way down the ice. And back to get it, of course, for Brookings will be Marshall. 12:33 to go in the First Premier Bank card scoreboard. Brookings with a 4-1 lead, period number 2.
Lakers now going to their third line a couple times now, trying to get these guys some fresh legs. So Jameson's gone to everybody on the bench now.
Lakers back in action tomorrow. They'll be at Sioux Center in the afternoon. Brookings home tomorrow night to host Mitchell. Near side fanning on the shot that time was Marshall, but he still got it in the corner in the Lakers zone. Picked up here by Merritt, lost the handle, played back here along the near rail by, that was Bortnam. Bortnam over there, clears far side. Lakers get to the puck, clear it up in the ice. And Dusseldorf couldn't knock it down in time. That was, of course, off the skate of Evans. Max Evans, loose puck picked up here. Centering pass, broken up, kicked out that time by the Lakers. McBride at 11:49 to go in the period.
Brookings for the last couple shifts now have controlled the puck.
Yes.
We haven't seen that, especially at the end of the first period, but this period they're controlling the puck pretty well in the Lakers zone.
They are. So over there, the face-off coming up by South Dakota Trailers will be for Brookings, and that will be Kurtenbach over there. Shoop goes after the loose puck. Lakers bowling, gets on it, clears it over here now to Evans. Evans with a puck, flips it out here to neutral ice area. It'll trickle all the way down the ice. And icing will be called here against Watertown. So the face-off coming.
Mason Evans, he likes to, from a defensive position, he likes to flip that puck up in the air, and he's trying to land it at neutral ice. So once in a while it gets a little bit strong like it did last time, got an icing call.
Yes, so Slabowski facing off here against Brookings. Kurtenbach, picked up here by the Lakers. This is Mason Evans, lost the handle. Kurtenbach got it. Centering pass, too strong that time for Koenig. Dumps it back behind the Laker net. Lakers over there, Mason Evans with the puck, plays far side. Lakers pick it up here, they'll break it up ice. Off the far rail, nice back check that time by Brookings Kurtenbach, but the Lakers do get it out to the neutral ice area. Slabowski battles for that puck. Rollins trailing on the pair, clears it in the corner. Picked up here by Rice. Rice, far side, back behind his own net over there for Brookings defensively, onto the stick of Powers. Los Angeles Laker put a shot on, kicked out that time by Kuchenmeister, and the loose puck picked up here. Far rail picked up by the Lakers, back to the point, shot broken up in traffic, deflected, and we'll have a face-off coming to the right. Oh, it might be out of the zone. Might be just outside the blue line, I believe. It will be in the neutral zone. This face-off, of course, being brought to you by South Dakota Trailers. Brookings wins the draw. They'll take in over the blue line near side. This is Witt with 2 goals tonight. Comes in, puts a shot on that gets deflected back behind the net. Brookings continues to put the pressure on right now, and Owen McBride, the sophomore netminder, comes back out here. Marshall puts a shot on, clears it wide. Picked up here by the Lakers. And that time the Lakers pick it up. And Max Evans and I are going to have a little discussion after this game. Because I can't seem to get the handle on his name and number. 9:57 to go, period number 2. And the shoot with a long shot, a bullet that goes off the back rail, picked up here by the Lakers. Lakers near side. And that, of course, is Devin Matson. Matson leaves it out here for the Lakers. They clear it back to the blue line, but can't clear it out as Brookings holds their zone. This is Marshall. Merritt tries to skate in, looks for a centering pass there. Shot on, that's deflected that time, had a man right out front. And of course, Brookings again with it. This is Rice. Rice clearing it. Lakers can't break the puck out of their own zone here. Rice goes back behind the net, picked up. Lakers get in on it. This, of course, is Evans over here. Nine minutes to play.
We're going to have the net off, so we're going to get a little break. Jamison going to all his defensive men. He's playing everybody right now. Probably in the second period, it's a good time to do that. But you notice tonight, Jeff, there are some brothers out on the ice. It's the Evans brothers and the Madsen brothers. So there's some proud parents and proud grandparents, I'm sure.
Yep, that's exactly right. And in the face-off circle, of course, it was Kurtenbach. Goes back over there. Jonas runs into that. And, of course, over there, Lakers take a shot along the boards. And it broken up here by the Lakers near side. Cross ice pass off the skate that time of the Lakers. And the loose puck. Lakers again come up with it. This is Beebe.
Parker Sheehan bringing that puck up from behind the net as a defensive man, gets out to a neutral ice and gets a trip on Brookings. So Lakers are going to have a power play here, and you heard on our left side, Brookings' coach was not happy with that call. So it's going to be tripping. Lakers power play here. They do have their power play guys in. Let's see if we can get a goal here.
8:24. Lakers on the power play, brought to you by Riddle's Jewelry. Long pass that time by the Lakers. Bowling wouldn't find the mark. Cleared back in the Lakers zone. Van Dusseldorp goes back to get the puck for Watertown. At his own red line, fires it right side. That time for Bowling, too far for him. Picked up by Brookings. They clear to the neutral zone. Picked up here by Matson. Skating in, shot on, that time by Mason Evans. Goes back and the rebound comes all the way down the ice. Van Dusseldorp goes back to get it there. Van Dusseldorp back behind his own goal. 7:46 to go and 1:19 to go on this power play by Riddle's Jewelry. 7:41. We have a whistle.
We had an icing call. Lakers having a little problem with their power play there. They seem to break it out of the zone a little bit, and it seems like the only way they can get it out of the zone is if they skate it out of the zone. So we'll see how it goes here. We got the other line in now.
Slobodsky facing off against Bortnam. Picked up here by Brookings back in their own zone. Hahnkamp, long pass ahead in the Lakers zone. And of course, Bortnam goes after that loose puck over there. Battle, of course, with Rollins. Lakers pick it up here. This is Slobodsky. Stick handles to neutral ice area. Overskates it just a bit, and of course Bortnam along the near boards takes a big rail, puts a big hit on his man, picked up here by Mason Evans. Evans skates in, puts a shot on. Kuchenmeister makes the stop. He stopped 6 so far tonight. I think that's 7.
Brendan Madsen get a pretty nice look there. He was one-on-one with the goalie, and I actually thought it might have went in.
$7:12 to play in this second period of play. Off the face-off, Lakers will hold it at the point. Backhander that time by Evans, clears it in the corner. Comes back out there to Evans. Evans with the puck just inside the blue line. Gets over here to Evans. This is Max to Mason with a one-timer and a blast that goes wide. Rebound comes out here, knocked down that time, side of the net by Kuchenmeister, and Brookings close it all the way down the ice with 23 seconds to go in the Laker power play. The Riddle's Jewelry power play by the Lakers with the puck right now breaking up the left side. Slobodsky Gets off his stick, knocked down by Brookings. Good hustle on the part of the Rangers. Lakers go back to get it. This is Evans. Kills off about 9 or 10 seconds though, and that's important. Evans in over the blue line, skates hard to the right, puts a shot on, goes wide of the mark, kept in that time by Matson. Fans on the shot. Watertown comes up with it, keeps it at the blue line. Now back is Mason Evans in his own zone. Backhander, cross-ice pass onto the stick of course, Van Dusseldorf. Van Dusseldorf loses the handle, picked up here, kept in that time by Lloyd. Loose puck, neutral zone, kept ahead, picked up here by Boomsma. Puts a shot on that goes wide of the mark. Save made though that time by Kuchenmeister. Loose puck picked up here. On it is Van Dusseldorf, back behind his own net. Lakers control it. Back out here, shot on that time by Parker Sheehan. Broken up in traffic. Loose puck, Lakers get on it. This is Evans. Mason Lloyd comes back out to the point. And we have a whistle at 5.5 minutes to play, period number 2.
I think that's going to be Mason Lloyd going into the box here. Had a pretty good opportunity for a very timely check behind the net and got his hands a little bit high, and that's what got him. So he's going to sit for 2 minutes. With 5:30, we're going to have a power play for Brookings. That happens sometimes when you get roughing down there. It's pretty easy to get those arms and shoulders up, and it's a penalty every time.
And this South Dakota face-off, South Dakota trailer face-off. Coming in the neutral zone, Slobodsky against Witt. Brookings wins the draw. This is, of course, Merritt. Dumps in the Laker corner. Back to it will be Evans. Evans plays along the near board. Picked up here by Brookings. Not Bortnum this time, but Hershoff. Loose puck out there, picked up by Witt. Witt with the puck, takes it back beyond his own net. Looks for a centering pass, nobody there. Takes it out along the near rail. Back out to the blue line, now the neutral zone. Looks right side, he dumps it off and doesn't make a change, but gets off the puck. Picked up here by Mason Evans. Dumps it all the way down the ice, goes right between the official's legs, finds the other end of the rink with 4:51 to play, period number 2. A Brookings power play brought to you by South Dakota Trailers.
Brookings coach is upset about something,
And
Jeff. He's telling a couple kids to get off the ice and a couple kids to get on the ice, and he's trying to get his troops organized.
Game tonight brought to you by Deutsch Excavating, Creststone Builders, McKeever Vending, Hanson Moran Eye Clinic, Elite Drain and Sewer, South Dakota Trailers, of course, Riddles Jewelry, First Premier Bank card. Face off to the left of the Brookings netminder. Slobodsky there, and Brookings wins the draw. Back behind their own net. Pass out front, comes onto the stick of Keldon. Keldon with a couple of assists tonight, takes it down the right side. He likes to motor. Gets it back out. Here's a playmaker. Alex Rice puts a shot on, kicked out that time by McBride. Good shot. Picked up by Witt. Drop pass that time for Rice. Comes over here for Keldon, puts that a man right out front. And his shot was on, but McBride again made the save. Picked up here by Rice. Steps in around, puts a shot on. Blocked that time by Evans. Comes back out here. Pass right side, picked up. Nice shot that time. Nice defensive effort that time by Slobodsky. Plays it back in the Brookings zone. Well, even though Watertown's down by a man. Whitty with the puck. Witt in his own neutral zone right now. Skating around, good puck possession. Gets on the stick of Rice, splits a couple of defenders, stops, picks it up here. And this, of course, will be Mr. Max Evans. Plays it back in the Brookings zone, 16 seconds to go on the Ranger power play. Katie gets out there defensively, picked up here, of course, by Keldon, picked up now by Honkamp. Honkamp with the puck, backhander goes into Lakers zone. Evans goes after that loose puck over there, and of course going after that loose puck as well is Schulte. Schulte gets after it, Lakers clear it back, and it goes all the way down the ice. Both teams now at full strength with 3:23 to go, period number 2. We will not talk to players tonight. We don't have a mic to go downstairs.
We do not.
How did that get overlooked? I have no idea.
We have all these wires, more wires than we've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't have that one, the one we always have.
Radio's so much easier. 3:22 to go in the period. But Austin, of course, doing a great job on the camera tonight. You can go to gowatertown.net, at least look at it. And the 3-12 shot right on, and Kuchenmeister makes the stop for the Brookings Rangers. They've outshot Watertown 21-10. And of course, right now, First Premier Bank card shows you that it's a 4-1 Brookings lead with 3:10 to go, period number 2. And Dusseldorf facing off here for the Lakers in the Brookings zone against Merritt. Brookings wins the draw, far side, they come up with a puck, it's ridden over. Watertown picks it up, that was a nice job by Lloyd. Gets it over here, of course, to Evans. Max plays it back here in the Brookings zone over a Brookings player. And he'll go against Evans. Evans comes back, says, that's my puck, give it to me. And he clears it back in the central ice area. This is Boomsma. Lost the handle, picked up by Merritt. Lakers get it back. Van Dusseldorf plays it in. He'll make a change here. Watertown will. Back in the Brookings zone is Hershoff. Pass left side here under the stick that time of Matson. Plays it back in. Back behind the Brookings zone. Picked up here, of course, by Brookings over there. Far side, onto the stick he goes, over skating the puck, picking it up though. That time was Bortnam. Bortnam plays it ahead now, and Evans comes up with the puck in his own zone. This is Max. No, it isn't, it's Mason. Mason skates with the puck in over the blue line, shows some speed here. Looks for a backhander that gets knocked out in traffic. Far side over there, picked up by Kranz. Plays it back behind the net, going after that time is Matson, and we have a whistle with 2:01 to play in period number 2.
We're going to have a slash here. And this is going to go on Brookings. That's number 6 is going to go to the box. It's a slash right behind the net. So the Lakers, pretty good timing here for a power play.
That's number 2 on Hankam.
And as you know, 3 penalties, and you do have to exit the game.
You do. So Hankam has 2. Van Dusseldorf facing off here against Shoup. Comes back out here, jumps over the stick that time of Lloyd, and back to get it will be Bowling. Bowling plays it off the far rail, a little too far, but getting to it now, Brookings, of course. That was Jacob Drew. Drew over there works against Watertown, back to Bowling as he holds the point. Comes right side here to Van Dusseldorf, puts a shot on, and traffic got deflected just a little bit. Watertown in the power play right now. Brought to you, of course, that power play by Riddle's Jewelry. Back to get it will be for the Watertown Lakers in the power play. This is Lloyd. Mason Lloyd with the puck, stick handles here. Pass left side, intended that time for Van Dusseldorf. Brookings clears it back in the Lakers zone with 1:16 on the clock. You can get it, of course, we're streaming it live tonight as well as on the radio, and a pass right on Kuchenmeister elects to cover it up with 1:06 to play. Watertown's been outshot 21-12. And of course the face-off brought to you by South Dakota Trailers.
Looks like Jameson's going to switch out a couple guys. He's going to leave a couple guys out there on this power play.
And of course, Sloboski will be the man in the playoff circle. Tries to get it over here to Sheehan. Parker Sheehan. It's cleared by Brookings all the way down the ice. Cleared back out here to Evans. Evans uses the boards nicely. Comes up with the puck, clears it back to his own teammate. Now this is Parker Sheehan. Sheehan pass right side, comes over here a little far for Rollins. That time picked up by Witt. Witt pass ahead and onto the stick of Mason Evans at his own blue line. Circles around to get rid of the defender. Moves ahead in over the blue line. He can score from there. Comes down the left side. Looks for a centering pass. Nobody home. 33 seconds to play in the period. Gets bodied up against the board over there. Loose puck cleared over here and onto it. A shot right on that time deflected off the stick that time of Lloyd. Loose puck picked up, her shots, they score! The Lakers come up with a power play goal!
Jared Sabloski.
4-2.
Jared Sabloski found one laying right in front of the net. I'm not sure who kicked that up. It might have been Evans, it might have been Rollins. Kicked it up, nobody knew where it was. Sabloski picked it up and it was a slam dunk. Really a nice goal for the Lakers going into the end of this second period. This is good timing, good confidence for these guys right now.
Well, Sloboski only had 2 goals all last year, and he already has 1 now.
Yep, he finds himself in the right place many times.
Yes, Lakers win the draw. They have the puck right now. Sheehan pass left side. They had that time. Getting onto it is Rice. Neutral area picked up by Brookings. Down the right side they go. Koenig. Lakers try to take it away. That, of course, was Sheehan. Gets bodied up against the boards, and we have a whistle.
We're going to have a trip here on Sheehan. And that's his second. He's a little disgusted with himself. Probably slipped a little. Probably could have been. It was definitely a trip. Didn't mean it. So he's got 2. 4.9 left in this period. The Lakers right now are going to try to get to the locker room, I'm sure.
Down 4-2 and 3 seconds on the clock. Lakers cleared all the way down the ice. That'll end the second period.
That was a bit of a scary shot right at the end with about a second left. Owen McBride in the right spot.
So the First Premier Bank scoreboard shows Brookings up 4-2. Scoring in that second period for Brookings was Bortnam, a short-handed goal at 14:18. So less than 3 minutes into the second period. And then Watertown Slavotsky answers with a power play goal with 20.8 seconds to go. It's a 4-2 score at the end of 2 periods of play. And of course right now, saves in the game, 19 saves for Watertown's Owen in the contest. No, I'm sorry, 17. 17 saves for Owen, and right now 11 saves for Kuchenmeister in that second period of play. So this, of course, is Crestone night. It's also Aero Nation night.
And we are going to have some young representatives from Aero Nation come up here.
Okay.
And I had to twist their arm. I had to give them a little push. But they're coming up, and they're going to talk to you about Aero Nation, what it is, how it works, and why it's here.
Okay, all right. That sounds very good to me. We appreciate that. And we might remind you that both these teams back in action tomorrow. Of course, this is a Friday night, and tomorrow Watertown will be at Sioux Center. They play tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, Sioux Center, 4:45 start. We know where Jim will be. And of course, Brookings home to host Mitchell tomorrow night. That's a 7:15 face-off. Our next broadcast will be coming up on the 21st of this month. That will be with Huron here on the 21st.
Yep.
Then 10 days later, the 31st, yep, we're going to bring in the new year with a little puck.
We are, aren't we?
And won't that be fun? And of course, that'll be a lot of fun. That's the makeup game from the Mitchell game from last week.
Right.
That was postponed from Saturday. So isn't that cool?
And we have Aero Nation up here. We have Jill Bush. She's not only involved in Aero Nation and student council, she's also a Watertown Laker hockey girl.
You gotta
So we
like
can talk
that.
hockey, we can talk Aero Nation, we can talk
Maybe
whatever
we
you
should
want.
put the headphones on her and let you talk with her.
I think you got it, Jeff, unless you need a break.
All right. So Jill Bush. How are you doing?
Good.
Well, you look great with that set of headphones.
Thank you.
So you play a little hockey and you're all a part of Aero Nation. So talk a little bit about what Aero Nation is.
Aero Nation is basically this event that we put together as student council to raise money for the school and to bring people to like events. It's kind of like just a way to get kids to come to the events, and if you wear your Aero Nation shirt to the event, you get in for free. And it's a special night for each sport. We do one night, and it's normally a really big game to get people hyped up to normally against our rivals like Brookings.
Yeah.
And then as student council members, we go around and pass out tickets, and they're free tickets, and if you get the right ticket, like if you get the winning ticket, you get a free $25 gift card from the student council.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Now, you mentioned, of course, Aero Nation Night, and this is kind of a fundraiser, and you mentioned it goes to the school.
Yeah, mostly the student council. We sell shirts so that those
I want to make sure the school's not getting this. I want the student council to get it.
yeah, it goes towards
I'm
our
putting
main
Jill on the
funds.
spot here. She's going, thanks a lot, Jeff. Okay, that's good. So this has only been going on in existence for a couple of years, right?
Yeah, I think 2 years, I think.
Okay, so what else have you got coming up this year with this particular Aero Nation night?
More games for every sport. We got basketball season coming up, so we got one of the Aero Nation nights planned for one of the doubleheaders for them. And I think that's our big main one that's coming up here soon.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. How many students get involved in Aero Nation night?
It really depends on the sport. For volleyball and basketball games, we get a lot of kids, and like football games, we get like 200 plus kids. But for hockey games, there's obviously the cold, and there was a basketball thing before this, so we get less kids, around like 100, I think.
It's warm in here. What do you mean cold?
Well, maybe
you
for
know
us.
that because you play hockey.
Yeah.
That's good. So talk about playing hockey this year. What do you have a new coach?
Yeah, we got
Some
4 new
things like-
coaches this
yeah,
year.
so that's kind of a change for you. And I know that the old coach told me this was kind of the year that he thought you kids could really get to state and maybe win it all.
Well, I mean, we thought that too, but our new coaches are doing a really great job with
Good.
us. We really like them, and we think it's a really good transition.
Okay.
It's obviously going to be rocky.
Alex Purdy and also Maddie Egan.
Yeah.
And of course, Maddie played hockey for Bloomington Jefferson in the Twin Cities, so she knows something about hockey.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, which makes it kind of fun. You've started kind of slowly, but every year is different, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with the girls that we win and lose. Like, we win and lose with different girls. We lose people when they graduate, and we get a lot of new girls every year, younger and older.
Yeah, that's true. So are you one of the older girls on this team, or are you
I
one of
am.
the younger? You are, huh?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore this year.
You're one of the older girls.
I am one of the older girls.
And you play forward, defense?
Pretty much everywhere but goalie.
Okay, you didn't want to be goalie, huh?
No, I tried that one practice, and it was not for me.
Do you get as much satisfaction out of playing, shall I say, playing, maybe getting an assist on a play or getting a goal?
Oh, yeah.
Does it really matter?
No, it really doesn't matter to me. I've been playing defense mostly since I started when I was in 4th grade, and that's always just a big thing for me. Like, just a pass to get my name announced, like anything helps.
So you've been playing for about 6-7 years,
Yeah.
huh? Wow. And what really drew you to the sport of hockey?
Actually, one of my friends played hockey. She was one of my best friends, and I was hanging out with her one day, and I couldn't go home, so she took me to practice with her and told me I had to put on gear. And my mom said it was okay as long as they didn't get me hooked, and the next day I was at practice with my own bag.
Oh, you gotta like that. It's kind of a neat sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's so many different things about hockey that's different. You can play with a man or two advantage, you can play with a man or two disadvantage, and things like that. There's just a lot of different things about hockey that makes it kind of a unique sport.
Yep, girls and boys. Our girls and boys teams actually get along pretty well, which is kind of surprising. I know that's not a big thing.
Now you play, I think, tomorrow here.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night you get Brookings here at 8:30 tomorrow night.
8:30 girls varsity, 6:30 JV.
Okay, and then you play again on Sunday.
Yep, 1:30 against Huron.
Okay, both are home.
Yep.
So we'd like to see big crowds.
Yeah.
As in, let's pack the place. Would you know what to do if they pack the place?
No. It doesn't really happen.
Well, we'll have to work on that, won't we?
Definitely.
Yeah. But, you know, we look at a program like yours, and you get done at the end of the year, and a lot of people want to judge it by the wins and losses.
That's
There's
really
so
not
much.
it.
There's so much more that goes into it that the kids have fun with experience, isn't there?
Yeah. We really base it on growth. I mean, we can't go off of skill level when we have so many girls starting at so many different ages and half of them barely ever skated before.
Yeah. So can you skate backwards as well as you can forward?
There was a time in my life that I thought I could skate backwards faster than I could skate forward.
You gotta like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Talking, of course, with Jill Bush, and she is a member of the Watertown Laker hockey team, the girls, and also, of course, a part of Aero Nation Night. And tonight is Aero Nation Night. And it's good to see. You're having a lot of fun, and that's really what this is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that sounds great. Anything I'd need to ask her, Jim? I haven't asked her. I appreciate you coming up. You did a great job on the radio.
Thanks for having me.
So maybe if he can't make it some night, I'll call you. You come up and do color with me. Would you like to do that? Spoken like a true sophomore. Thank you. So she did a good job.
Always nice to have those students up here. You know, like I said before she got here, I had to twist her arm. Absolutely not. No way, no way. She got real red, and I said, just come on up. And it's so nice to hear them because they actually come alive when you start talking to them, don't they?
Yeah,
they really do.
do.
They're proud of what they are and who they do. what they do.
You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of funny that she said no in a way because you look at kids at this age, at that particular age, and usually they're fearless.
Yeah.
So they don't have a problem trying to do
Yep.
anything. So,
Yep.
you know, it's kind of, but she did a nice job.
Yeah, I was down there with about 3 or 4 of the girls that are involved in the Aero Nation, and they're down there selling T-shirts and being a big part of our crowd tonight. And she was the only one that I could actually convince, but I have a little bit of in with her because I've seen her play hockey with my daughters for many years.
Oh,
so I
there
think
you
she had a
go.
hard time saying no.
Yeah.
But gosh, just a great job, just a great gal, does a nice job.
Yes, she really does. We appreciate that. The only thing I was concerned with was this money that they raise goes to the school. School doesn't need any money. Give it to the kids.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No, it's really a neat thing. It started a couple of years ago with that Aero Nation, and I've seen it in all the different sports. It gets some involvement and some ownership with these kids, you know, that come out, and you know they do different themes for different nights, and it's really a lot of fun, you know, for high school kids to get involved like that. Yeah. She also didn't bring it up. The girls just came off of a 6 a.m. 6 weeks of practice. So
really?
They're now practicing at 7 o'clock at night, but early in the year, starting mid-October, they were at the rink at 5:45 in the morning.
That's good.
And they did that for 6 weeks.
You find out the kids that are really interested in hockey, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, weeds, especially at the young levels, because the young levels do it too. I think it's the Pee-wees doing it right now, or Bantams maybe are doing it right now.
Good for them.
And yeah, it's a big commitment for these kids, and it's not easy, but it also builds a lot of character with these hockey kids. And if more and more you talk to them, the more you hang around them, there's a lot of character on these teams and dedication. It's dedication like you wouldn't believe.
That's great. Aero Nation night, and of course this is a night for hockey with Brookings. That's a good deal. Now they're going to have the puck drop, I suppose, out here.
Yep. And Hockey Mom is setting up the puck
Hockey
drop.
Mom setting it up. And it's too bad we don't have the microphone. We could have put it on her.
We could get her to look up here.
Yeah, she won't though. She knows better. So that's kind of neat. By the way, we like to, at least I like to, during the course of the year when we're broadcasting games, bring up a little college hockey since we have a moment. And going on tonight, of course, Lake Superior State's at Minnesota State. Alaska is at Bemidji State, Alaska Anchorage, and Michigan Tech. Couldn't pass these up. Minnesota Duluth at Omaha, St. Cloud State at Miami of Ohio, North Dakota's at Western Michigan, Penn State at Michigan, Minnesota at Ohio State, Wisconsin at Michigan State, Denver at Arizona State, and Colorado College at Princeton. And no, Vince, I did not forget Notre Dame. They are at Boston College. That game should be just about over by now.
So college hockey is in full swing.
College
High school
hockey is in full swing. You're right.
Full swing.
Exactly, and so that's kind of cool. We appreciate that, and I've got all kinds of sheets to talk about because you know me. And speaking of college hockey, Minnesota State is ranked number 1 in the USA college hockey poll this week. They are 12-1-1. Then, of course, you have Cornell, North Dakota 3, Denver, Clarkson, Penn State, Boston College, Ohio State, Harvard, and Notre Dame. The USA or USCHO poll is pretty much the same with Minnesota State, Cornell, North Dakota, Denver, Clarkson, Penn State, Ohio State, Northeastern, Notre Dame, and Boston College.
Some of those college programs are they're there every year, aren't they? There's a handful of those that you see every year.
There really are.
They just have, they get good coach and good administration, and it just seems like it just builds.
It really does. So that's kind of interesting. But get out here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And watch the girls play Brookings at 8:30, and then play again here on Sunday afternoon at 1:45.
Yep. Many times, the reason why people don't like to come out to the rink sometimes or watch hockey is because they say they don't understand it. I hear it all the time, I don't understand hockey. Well, the girls program at the varsity level is obviously a little bit slower than the boys program, but you can really see some strategies and some things that go on with the girls program. It slows it down, and then you come to the boys, and it starts to make sense after a while. So saying that you don't understand hockey is not a reason to come out here because you'll learn it real quick.
Well, bring one of us along. We'll help you.
Yeah, we'll go to any rink.
Yeah.
We'll go to any
That's
rink.
right. Speaking of such, we will do that this year.
We are.
We are going to go to Huron this year, Brookings this year, and I believe Aberdeen this year.
And
for
Pier-
some games.
and Oahe, they always give us a feed. So we're going to be doing some away games. So if you're not able to make the away games, you're going to be able to tune in to 1480. And I think we're going to do the KWAT live, possibly. Are we going to stream also?
Yeah.
So,
But it'll be on 1480.
Right.
As far as the audio part
Right,
of it.
right.
And, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. We've never done that before, and the only way we're able to do that, once again, is with our sponsors that we continually read off.
Yeah.
We have some great sponsors. They took us on a road this year. I think we're going to do 5 or 6 games, away games, which is nice.
Yes. So it'll be a busy year, to say the least.
Yeah.
Well, our score right now is 4-2, Brookings leading after 2 periods of play. And, of course, a big thanks to our second period sponsor. That was DuPont Electric. They do a great job with hockey happenings and getting Jill Bush on.
Yep.
Now I've got somebody else to pull for on this girls' team other than the Lloyds.
That's right. That's right.
And Sydney and some of those kids do a great job. And
Yep.
Emma.
Come out and support that girls program. They're actually really fun to watch. But the thing that amazes me all the time, Jeff, on these girls hockey, to me they all look the same. They have the same hair. They kind of skate the same. I have 2 daughters on that team. I can't tell them apart sometimes. I hate to say it live and on the radio. If they didn't have a number on their back, I wouldn't be able to tell who it was.
Well, and then the other thing about that, throwing that in there with the girls, is that they have long enough hair that they cover up the number anyway.
Yeah, you're right. They do. They do. So, yeah, support the girls program. It's a really good program, and those girls work really hard.
Yes, they do. So we appreciate that. We'll start period number 3 here. Brookings will actually be on a power play for 1:56, so you may as well say 2 minutes to start the third period. They're up 4-2. They've outshot Watertown 21-13. And a big thanks to our sponsors tonight, Crestone Builders. Also, of course, Frito-Lay, Rely Bank, Dakota Butcher, Hy-Vee, as well as, of course, Subway, and DuPont Electric, Riddles Jewelry, First Premier Bank Card. Also, South Dakota Trailers, Elite Drain and Sewer, Hanson Moran Eye Clinic, plus McKeever Bending, Deutsch Excavating, and Rob's Auto. Thanks to those people making these broadcasts possible. So we appreciate that very much. Back, of course, Watertown will be defending the goal to our right, and obviously Brookings defending the goal to our left.
There's a couple kids in penalty trouble, right? I think Parker Sheehan has 2, and is it Max Jelt and Honkamp?
Yep.
So they're going to have to watch a little bit. That could play a factor about how much those guys play.
That's right. Very good point. So we'll be ready to go here, and of course it'll be Shoup facing off against Slaboski, and third period at play is right underway. South Dakota Trailers bringing you that opening face-off. Back in the Brookings zone, Watertown providing some pressure. Brookings trying to skate out, but Mason Evans comes up with a steal, plays it ahead, couldn't control the puck though. Getting onto it, of course, right now is Shoup. Shoup goes in over the blue line down the right side, looking for a centering pass, plays it back behind the Lakers zone, comes over here to Keldon. Keldon comes back, of course, now to teammate Rice. Cross ice pass intended that time for Bortnam along the near rail. Lakers, Slaboski gets to it, leaves it out there for Witt, who has 2 goals already tonight, hits the pipe on that shot. Rebound trickles out here to the right side. He could have had a hat trick. Comes back to Keldon in the neutral zone. Keldon with the puck skates around a defender, gets taken off the puck, picked up by Evans, flips it all the way down the ice. Watertown still has to kill off 1:04 in this hockey game. They've given up a short-handed goal tonight, but they do have a power play goal. Neutral zone right now, this for Brookings is Merritt. Merritt gets a return pass back, goes to put a shot on, broken up that time in traffic. Back far side, Watertown still down by a man for 46 seconds to go. Circling around far side over there for Brookings, that of course is Hershoff. Loose puck back behind the Lakers net. Shot goes off the side of the net, tries to stuff it in, and they do, according to the official. And Brookings think they've stuffed it in. Hershoff, I think, making it a 5-2 score.
Owen had his pad on the pipe, which is part of their training that they do, and for some reason that pad just came a little bit off the pipe, and he was able to stuff it in. gets a little bit off balance and that pad slid away. That's unfortunate for Owen because he did have that stopped.
Yes, he did. So I think Brookings makes it a 3-goal game again. We'll get the clarification as to who got that goal just to be sure. I thought it was Hershoff, but I'm not 100% sure. And Watertown gets the puck, knocked down that time by Jones, Drew.
15:37 remaining in the third. We have a Brookings and Rangers power play goal scored by number 8, Carter
Merritt.
to number 6, Jameson Huntcomb.
Merritt and Honkamp with the assist. So it's a 5-2 Brookings lead as they whistle a shot back into the Lakers zone that time by Hershoff. And going back in it was Parker Sheehan. Loose puck picked up by Shoup along the near rail. Takes it back behind their net. Looks for a centering pass, circles around to Shev the defender. He tries to stuff it in. Watertown there to clear it away. Back to center ice, picked up now by Brookings. This is Kelchin. Off it comes to Bortnam. Bortnam in over the line, drop pass for Shoup, off the boards for Kelton. Kelton comes back out here, finds at the point, shot on, broken up that time by the Lakers. That was off the stick that time of Marshall.
Parker Sheehan loses his stick and who runs right into the goal and takes the goal off its standard. So
off its moorings. So 5-2 Brookings with the lead on the First Premier Bank card scoreboard. Brookings with a 3-goal advantage about shot Watertown 26-14.
Lakers need to
Face-off
find a little
coming,
rhythm
though,
here.
Right here by South Dakota Trailers to the right of Watertown in their own zone. They pick it up, flip it off the boards. Kept in that time by the Lakers, putting a check on that time. Bodying his man up against the board, broken up by Rice. Rice clears it back into the Lakers zone. Back to get it will be Watertown. This is Evans. Plays it ahead with Witt. They collide up along the far rail over there. Bodies his man up against the boards. Witt brings it out. Brings it back out, of course, to Peterson. Peterson puts a shot on that is broken up in traffic. Brookings playing everybody tonight in this one. With 14:01 to play, we've rattled off essentially 3 minutes of this third period.
Looks like a broken stick on the Brookings end over there. That was Mason Evans, I think, broke that stick. He was over there checking about 3 people at once.
So in the face-off circle right here, it'll be Kurtenbach working against the Lakers. That's Matson over there. Lakers pick it up back behind their own goal in Gretzky's office, trying to break it out. Drop pass off from Matson, plays it far rail over there, kept in, of course, by Brookings. That is Marshall. Marshall plays it back there along the near rail. Comes over here, now getting on it is Lloyd. Mason with the puck back in his own zone. Collides with a defender picked up here by Sheehan. Sheehan plays it out here, kept in that time by Brookings. And that, of course, is Marshall. Near side, Watertown picks it up near side. Along the near rail, comes back in the neutral zone, onto the stick here of Kranz. Kranz with a puck, puts a shot on, that curves wide. Far side over there, Brookings gets on it, as does Matson. They chase it into the corner, picked up by Drew Jones. Pass over here, comes onto the Jacob Drew, I should say. Comes onto the stick here of Merritt. Merritt picks it up here now for Brookings. Gets ridden off the puck that time by Kranz. Picked up here by Matson, puts a shot on, the Kershoff stops. Rebound comes over here near corner, picked up by, of course, Matson. And near side, Max Evans.
We're going to have a hand pass. So they will face off just outside of the zone.
Max Evans, we might point out here, Jim, is a freshman.
He is, you know, and you've stumbled a few times on his name, but I have a feeling by a couple games into this, you're going to be pretty good because you're going to hear a lot from Max Evans.
Yeah, I think you're right. Face off in the neutral zone. Shoup picked up here by Max Evans. Speaking of such, picked up by Shoup for Brookings. Far side, poked off his stick by Evans. Picked up here by the Lakers' Boomsma. Loose puck over there in far side, putting a shoulder on that time was Evans. Back in the Lakers zone, picked up by Van Dusseldorf. Van Dusseldorf with the puck. Clears it back behind his own net. Picked up by Watertown. Circling around is Mr. Evans. Mason Evans clears out here for Max Evans. Backhander that time knocked down by Shoup. Loose puck picked up by Brookings. Keldon Kelvin goes after that loose puck, tries to put a shot on, can't do so. Picks it up back behind the net, puts a shot on, overskating the puck. One of the Rangers that time, picked up here by the Lakers. This is Lloyd. Lloyd with a puck, he can stick handle, in over the blue line, takes it down the right side, gets ridden off the puck, and we have a whistle at 11:51 to play. Nice crowd tonight, great to see all the people that came from Brookings and Watertown out to support these two programs. If you just joined us, 5-2 is the score. Brookings ahead. Watertown goes on the power play, as it'll be Brookings. Keljan for 2 minutes for tripping. And that comes at 11:47 of period number 3. Face off.
Puck goes into the stands.
Into the stands, up over the glass and out of play. So we'll have a face-off coming to the left of Kurtenbach in the Brookings zone. This is a face-off, of course, being brought to you by South Dakota Trailers. Off the face-off, they flip it back, kept in by the Lakers. They do so nicely that time. That was Beebe. Flipped out here, Beebe jumps over his stick. He has to go all the way back in his own zone with Rollins to his right to play this puck. 11:48, 1:37 on the Watertown power play. They have a power play goal so far tonight. Far side, skips over the stick that time of Slabowski back in the Lakers zone, picked up by Rollins. Rollins with a puck, long pass ahead that time, overskating a little bit for Green, but the Lakers, Rollins plays it back in. Rollins, Slabowski, and Green on this line do a pretty good job. Out here, of course, loose puck. Merritt gets into the mix of things against Sheehan and Beebe. And then Beebe flicks it back out to neutral ice. Brookings plays it all the way down. A bouncing puck that Owen McBride corrals and then clears back beyond his own net. Long lead pass a little far that time. Brookings going back for the puck. Peterson in his own zone. Peterson with the puck, plays it all the way down the ice with 42 seconds to go in the Watertown power play. 10.5 minutes to play in this hockey game, and right now Brookings with a 5-2 lead. Watertown takes the Brookings man into the net. That was Mason Lloyd. Loose puck comes back out here, picked up by Boomsma. Boomsma has a puck back over, gets it over to Van Dusseldorf, puts a shot on, broken up in traffic. Picked up by Evans. Evans back in his neutral zone, near side pass comes over to Van Dusseldorf, back in his own zone as he backpedals. Now plays it ahead that time for Evans. Max knocked down by the Lakers. Evans again, loose puck, carries all the way back in the Lakers zone. 4 seconds, Brookings will kill off the penalty. 9:51 to play in this game. Brookings up 5-2. This is Evans, skating hard into the Brookings zone, but he overskates the puck. Merritt goes after a loose puck in the Lakers zone. Matson goes after it as well.
If you notice that to be right about the midpoint of that power play for the Lakers, we had 6 guys on the ice for a little bit and nobody saw it.
We're not telling anybody.
There was about 10 seconds when we had too many guys.
BB's out there right now. Matson to the left of Kuchenmeister in the Brookings zone. Brookings wins the draw, but the Lakers play it back in the line, and Drew goes back to get it now for the Rangers. Lost the handle, goes to get it back again with a backhander. Comes over here, of course, to a teammate. That would be Marshall. Marshall with the puck back behind his own net. Picked up here by Hershoff, near side. Hershoff picking up by Mason. Lloyd, who puts a shot on, kicked out that time by Kuchenmeister with 9:13 on the clock. Comes back out front here, shot on by Matson. Knocked down with a glove of Kuchenmeister. Picked up by Drew. Clears it back to neutral ice. The Lakers play it off the boards and dump it back into the Brookings zone. Back to get it now, of course, for the Rangers will be Marshall. Marshall hounded over there, far rail. Lakers keep it in. That was off the stick of Sheehan Parker. Parker, Sheehan. Then it comes over here for Lloyd. Lloyd skating in. Wants to put a shot on. Does so nicely right into the breadbasket of Kuchenmeister with 8:43 to play. Face-off coming in the Brookings zone to the left of the senior netminder. Face-off brought to you, of course, by South Dakota Trailers.
Put a few shots on goal
They
there,
did.
you know. The Lakers are getting some shots now. Let's see if some can go in.
Slabowski, of course, in this face-off. Rollins to his left. And the shot on that time was deflected. Back is Rollins going back behind the Brookings net looking for a centering pass. Brookings gets it out here. Lakers keep it in that time. Nicely done by Watertown on that particular play. Boy, I just can't find it quick enough, and that was Hallman. He's getting a little playing time tonight also. Brookings with the puck. This is Keldon. Gets ridden off, and Hallman comes back to tie him up. Then the net gets knocked off its moorings as one of the Brookings players goes into the net. And so we'll have a stoppage at 8:17.
Lakers doing a good job hustling back that time, back checking by the defense. That was Matson and I think it was possibly Green, and those guys really hustled back to take away what would look like a pretty good breakaway by Brookings.
So 8:17 to play in this hockey game. 5-2, Rangers with the lead. They've outshot Watertown 27-17. Face-off with Shoup and Van Dusseldorp coming in the neutral zone. Picked up here by Shoup, lost the handle. Rice was right there. Lakers clear back to neutral ice, dumped in that time by Brookings. That's Peterson. Comes far side for Witt. Witt over there has 2 goals so far tonight for the Rangers. Loose puck kept in at the point that time. Brookings with the stick right there. Long shot. Shoup goes off the mark to the left. Witt goes after that loose puck. The Lakers clear it back, but can't clear it out. It comes over here near side. Hershoff loses the handle, gets it back, works down there as he gets bodied up against the boards just a little bit. That time by the Lakers. Witt comes up with it, and it comes back out here to Rice. Blocked that time nicely by Evans. That's Max doing a great job. Comes back out here. Evans on his man. Rice with the puck right now. Long lead pass broken up for the Lakers. Van Dusseldorp in traffic, loses the handle, but goes to save it. Works down there against Rice. Plays it far side over there against Brookings. Picked up there by Merritt. Merritt with a puck. Lakers try to take it away at the blue line, neutral ice area. Brookings picks it up. Hershoff in over the blue line, gets ridden off the puck by the Lakers. And we have a whistle that I didn't hear. It's 7:11 to go in this hockey game.
I think we have offsides on Brookings, I believe.
Face-off coming outside the blue line. Rollins in the face-off against Merritt. Merritt won the draw, but the Lakers come up with it. Lloyd onto the stick for the Lakers. Green plays it in, a little bit shot, a little bit wide to the mark, goes back after that. In the net, comes back out here. Hershoff gets it back to the neutral ice area. Lakers go back to get it. This is Slobodski. Slobodski lifts it, far right side pass for Rollins, too far for him. Back to get it, of course, will be Marshall. Plays it back along the far rail over there in the Brookings zone. Slobodski gets to it. Looks for a centering pass, but only there was Brookings. The Rangers pick it up. That's Marshall over there, gets bumped off the puck a little bit, working down there. Merritt comes back to help him out. They keep it in, and it just jumps right over the stick that time of Parker Sheehan. Sheehan has to go back to get it, play it back to the neutral zone. Picked up by Rollins. Pass is knocked away that time, lifted to the Watertown zone, picked up here by Lloyd. Lloyd with the puck, circling back behind his own net with 6:13 on the clock. Watertown down 5-2. Stick handles nicely in over the blue line. Down the left side he goes. Takes it in the corner, gets ridden off the puck. Witt is there to clear it to the far side. Now Evan keeps it in at the point. Puts a shot on that goes wide of the mark at 5:56. Comes over here, and this, of course, is Matson. Plays it back up over the glass out of play. Had 5:50 to play in this hockey game.
Mason Evans doing a pretty good job. Mason Evans and Mason Lloyd doing a pretty good job keeping pressure on Brookings into the zone, skating it up the ice when they're open. Doing
That's
a nice
right.
job.
We'll name a player of the game after this, brought to you by Subway.
Subway, that's right.
5:50 to go. Face off to the right of Kuchenmeister. Brookings zone comes back out to the shot point. A shot right on was broken up in traffic. Coming out here and then skipping over into the Lakers zone. Matson, or Evans, I'm sorry, has to go all the way back to get it. 2 Evans, 2 Matsons. Think I can keep them straight? Not in your life. 5:32 to go. Far side over there, know the numbers, doesn't matter. Get to my age, you forget everything. And the puck comes off here to Drew. Drew goes after the puck there. And he over far side, picked up by Koenig. Koenig comes back out here. They play it back in the Brookings zone. Drew goes back to get it there. That, of course, is Jacob Drew. Drew with the puck, pass left wing, comes out here. They'll play it ahead in the neutral zone. Lakers putting some pressure on, but it trickles away, and into the Lakers zone it goes. Bowl works down there. Works against Powers. Lakers with the puck. This is Max Evans. Boy, can he fly. Takes it back behind the Brookings net. Far side over there, centering pass. Comes back out here. Sheehan was there, keeping it in. Puts a shot on. A little floater as it was partially touched by somebody. Puck goes back behind the net. Merritt's down there looking for that puck. Also down there is Rice. In there as well as Witt. Comes back out here and up over the glass into the Brookings bench. With 4:31 to play in this hockey game. Brookings up 5-2. Crestone Builders and Aero Nation night.
Max Evans putting the pressure on Brookings that time, skating into the zone. We're going to have a timeout.
All right.
And I'm not sure who called it. Did Jamison possibly call that one?
Watertown and Brookings played to a 1-1 overtime tie in the opener tonight, so we got a little bit of a late start. Nice to have you with us nevertheless. 1480 KSTR, Watertown, South Dakota. Jim and Jeff with you, and of course we have Austin here running the camera, as you can go to gowatertown.net and check out the stream. We also have Nick back in the studios, and thanks to our engineer as well, Kurt Crawford. It took a lot of people to get this thing going
It
tonight.
does. Happy to have all this technology functioning right now. They said it was a little rocky in the first period and so forth, but it's working right now, and I hope those of you that take advantage of it enjoy
it. And the technology wasn't the only thing that was a little rocky.
It was a little rocky, but we got it figured out, and we can only get better from here, Jeff.
There's nowhere to go but up.
There's nowhere to go.
4:31 to go. At least I hope.
Oh, happy to bring it streaming live so we can get a little video for those of you that can't get to the arena. A lot of people did make it to the arena tonight, though. This place is full.
Yeah, it's great. Good to see. I'm real happy to see that. 4:31 to play here. Brookings up 5-2. Face-off coming in the Brookings zone. Merritt will face off against Van Dusseldorf. And Brookings wins the draw, goes just over the stick of Lloyd, but he comes back to counter and gets back to it. Gets off here to Van Dusseldorf, kept in all that time by Sheehan. Good play. Right side, comes out here, and Sheehan will be back there, works against Merritt, and then Merritt loses it, picking up a shot. Homkamp puts a shot on. He has to be a little careful, playing already with 2 penalties tonight. Loose puck back in the neutral zone, getting to it, of course, is Boomsma. Boomsma lost the handle. Van Dusseldorf is there, picked up by Sheehan. Sheehan with a puck, plays it off the back that time of Max Evans. I like this Max, he's all over the ice. Comes off here to shot right on, and the red basket save, if you will, is made that time off the stick of Hershoff.
Brookings picking the pocket there and getting a pretty good shot. Owen McBride stood strong and made a nice save.
If the information I have is right, this Hershoff kid is forward, but he's an 8th grader.
I saw they had an 8th grader on the roster.
If I'm right, then according to what I've been told, that's right. It's Witt with a puck right now at his own blue line. Cross ice pass over there, picked up now by the Lakers at their own blue line. Matson goes off the stick that time of one of the Lakers bowling, and he shoots and scores. And Brookings makes it a 6-2 score. I think we just talked about this young man. He might have been the one that got the goal. And let's see for sure. Nope, it's Kelvin. Kelvin gets another one. I said that. I shouldn't probably say that.
One-on-one with Owen there. And that, actually, I think that's the same shot that he made in the first period, right over the top of the glove. And that is a fast shot to catch up with.
3:29. Rangers now lead 6-2 with 3:23 to play. On this Aero Nation night, backhander by Keldon, plays it back in the Lakers zone. Evans goes back to get it. Picked up now, this is Mason with a puck. Had it knocked off his stick by Shoup. Picked up here. Of course, Bortman puts a shot right on, and McBride makes the stop.
Mason Evans is going to get a penalty here. They're going to call head contact on him. He had his elbow up, trying to make a check over there. I didn't see the elbow up so much, but he...
that comes at 3:03.
He's going to head to the locker room because I believe that is a 2 and a 10.
Which means then that...
So that's a 2 and a 10 penalty. Head contact, or elbow, I think it was, to the head. So They will be
face
without
off.
Mason Evans the rest of the time.
All right, to the right of McBride. Loose puck, Lakers get to it. Where is it? Lloyd with the puck over there, flips it out here, and they'll flip it all the way down the ice. Brookings tonight has a power play goal and a short-handed goal. Watertown has a power play goal also. Comes back out here, picked up here, of course, by Merritt. Onto the stick there of a teammate. And that teammate, of course, is Bortman. Borton, here's Hershoff. Gets knocked away off his stick. Loose puck picked up by Van Dusseldorf. Working hard, picked up here by Hershoff. Hershoff left side comes to Merritt. Winds up with a bullet. A blast that goes wide. Rice comes up with a rebound. Got it out front. Tried to put on a rebound. And it's cleared away that time by Lloyd over the far corner. Evans over there battling for the puck. Van Dusseldorf and Merritt. Comes back out here. Shot right on. That time off the stick of Honkamp with 2 minutes to play. Back in the Brookings zone, Honkamp goes back to run it down. Plays it back out here, plays it all the way down the ice. With 50 seconds to go in the Brookings power play and up 6-2. Minute 50 to play in this one. Pass behind the Watertown Laker net, knocked down that time by Brookings. This is Koenig. Koenig with the puck. Clears it back out here to Drew, puts a shot on, kicked out that time. Nice save that time by McBride. Loose puck over here, this is Lloyd. Works down there against Kurtenbach. Picked up by the Lakers, they'll flip it up over the head that time of Drew all the way down the ice with a minute 24 clock running in this hockey game and 18 seconds on the penalty to Watertown's Mason Evans. Puck far side, neutral zone, battling for the puck over there. A couple of Brookings players as well as Watertown. Putting the pressure on, of course, Marshall. Lakers, left side pass to Witt. 1 minute to play, and that shot sails wide. Kept in by Keldon, though, into the corner. Lakers get to it. They'll clear it all the way down the ice. That'll be icing on the Lakers with 50.2 seconds to play.
The last goal, of course, for that Brookings did took the wind out of the sails of the Lakers.
Yes.
Makes it pretty tough going right now.
So 50.2 seconds to play. Face off to the left of McBride. Loose puck picked up here by Keldon. Runs into the official that time. And it comes out here. Lakers play it back beyond their own net with 40 seconds to play. They'll play it ahead now for Van Dusseldorf. Misdirected into the Brookings zone. Brookings goes back to get it. That, of course, was Peterson. Plays it ahead here. Loose puck picked up by Keldon. Whistles a shot right on. McBride makes the stop. 33-18. Brookings has outshot Watertown in this game. 16 seconds to play. Knocked down that time. One of the Watertown players knocked off the puck. And that was Devin Matson again. They'll just freeze it up against the board, let the clock run out, and they will. 6-2 final score. So 28 saves for Watertown's McBride. And of course, 16 saves for Kuchenmeister. And let's see, that third period, the second period, Brookings gets 1 goal. Watertown had 1. Third period, Brookings gets 2. And it makes it a 6-2 final score. All right. Scoring tonight went a little bit like this. Brookings got on the boards early with less than, 40 seconds into the contest. They scored Witt with a goal over McBride, assisted by Keldon. And Brookings had a 1-0 lead. They scored 29 seconds later. It was this time Kurtenbach with a goal. At 15:51, less than 2 minutes into the game, Brookings enjoyed a 2-0 lead, but Watertown didn't panic. They settled down, and some 3 minutes and 21 seconds later, they scored on a Van Dusseldorf goal with Max Evans assisting, making it 2-1. Brookings made it 3-1 after 3, though. They got a goal at 1:39 to play in that first period. Whitty with his second goal, or Witt. It's W-I-T-T-E. I've known a lot of people with Witt. Yeah, the E, it shouldn't be E, but anyway, it's Witt. Keldon and Honkamp assisting. And then, of course, that made it 3-1 after one. Second period, Brookings Bortnam, a short-handed goal at 14:18 for the Rangers. But Watertown answered at 20.8 seconds to play. Slabotsky, a power play goal, made it a 4-2 score after two. Then Brookings got the two third period goals, a power play goal by Merritt, assisted by Honkamp on the play, and then Keldon for Brookings at 3:29 to go, making a play there. Keldon ended up with a goal and 2 assists on the night. Honkamp ended up with a couple of assists in the game. Witt, if you will, 2 goals for Brookings. Watertown, of course, got goals from also, of course, from Slabotsky as well as Van Dusseldorp. And again, final score 6-2, 28 saves in the game for McBride. Brookings Kuchenmeister ended up with 16 total. Both these teams, of course, play again tomorrow, with Watertown playing at Sioux Center tomorrow afternoon. That'll be a 4:45 face-off, and of course, it'll be Brookings at home. They'll be hosting Mitchell tomorrow night, and that will be a 7:15 face-off coming up tomorrow night. And let's see, a couple of other games I think that are going on tomorrow, if I can find that amongst my papers here. I had it, and let's see, coming up tomorrow, mentioned Watertown at Sioux Center. Hurons at Sioux Falls Flyers tomorrow, and Sunday, Oahe is at Yankton. Of course, Sioux Falls has 2 teams, if you will. They're both called the Flyers, 1 and 2. If that's not confusing, it should be.
It is.
And it is. And so anyway, the Sioux Falls 2 team, I think, is kind of the JV team last year that won the state tournament.
The one that we broadcast
The one that we broadcast right here.
And we know what they can do.
Yeah, and so that's kind of interesting. But Sioux Falls 1, of course, is pretty much senior laden with, I think, only a couple of kids that are not seniors on that team. All right, player of the game. We do need to do that.
Yes.
And while I've been yapping my flappers, you can kind of talk about maybe who the player of the game is.
We have a Subway player of the game, and I will tell you that we have the option to select that player at any time.
Yes.
And we also have informants out there that sometimes help us select that because we don't pay attention sometimes. So the Subway player of the game this week is number 16, Jared Sablotsky. He's a senior. And he was picked amongst all the Lakers tonight, and I'm assuming that he was doing many things right, like so many of these kids do. So he is the Subway player of the game. He will go get a foot-long sub at his leisure.
Okay, that sounds great.
And it's meet the Lakers tonight.
Meet the Lakers.
So all the kids are going to come out. You see the players come back out.
Jared Spurgeon? Sure, if he wants to come up, we'll talk to him a little bit on the post-game show. We didn't get him on the pre-game show.
Yeah, we might as well talk to him now.
So let's talk to him now and get his thoughts on this team. Of course, Bramer did not play tonight. I don't think he played at all.
I think he suited up, and it was probably a no-go.
Yeah, I think it was a no-go, and he's, of course, fighting a number of things. I think pneumonia, among things like that.
Yeah.
And so that's probably why they didn't play him tonight, but he might be able to play. I'm not sure about this, but maybe next time we get a broadcast, I'm sure we'll have him on. Let's get Jared Jameson in here real quick, of course, Spearing, and talk to him a little bit about the game. We didn't get a chance, I'm sorry, to get you on the pregame show, but let's talk a little bit about this game and some things that were good, some things I'm sure you want to work on.
Oh, yeah. I think, we got to pump up those shots, but the shots that we did have I thought were pretty quality. We were laying the shots on. I thought our defensive zone at times looked very, very strong. I thought it was our best zone of the day, actually. But at times we also had those lapses. We also had lapses of feet moving, people getting frustrated on the power play and stuff like that. But, it's just stuff that we got to work on. We got to move on to the next day, and we play Sioux Center tomorrow.
Well, and the nice thing about that, it's always nice to get that first game out of the way. I don't care what it is. It seems like that first game is just nothing seems to want to work quite like you want it to.
Oh, yeah, getting Brookings on what now be our home opener it kind of hurt because last week we were supposed to play Mitchell, and that would have been a nice introduction game, get the wheels rolling for this game.
Well, and you had 2 weeks off, essentially.
Yep, and that's, that's just the way she goes. So we got to adjust, we got to adapt, and we got to overcome.
Okay, Sioux Center finished above you last year. I know they bring a number of kids back, so it'll be a good challenge for you.
Oh, yeah, they're tough this year. They're returning their goalie, they're returning their best forward. But, hey, that's most of our best players are also returning, the guys that can score goals, guys that are playing defense. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good matchup all year long, and all we got to do is keep improving with every day and every shift.
Nice to see Slobodsky get a goal tonight, and of course Van Dusseldorf. He and Evans, of course, Mason both led you in scoring last year with 7. Slobodsky only had a couple. I think he's far more capable of more goals than that, quite honestly. And I think the same way with Bramer. He only had 3 goals last year. I think he's capable of getting 7 to 10 at least.
Yeah, no, one of our biggest things from last year was we dug ourselves a hole early. As you saw tonight, that happened. They scored 2 quick ones on us. It was kind of like a, whoa, what do we do from here? We fought back, we battled, and it just wasn't enough at the end. So my challenge to the kids is obviously come ready, come with your head screwed on. You got a job to do, you got a battle to win. So you got to come with that mentality always.
Well, and the funny thing about this game is it seems like a lot of goals get scored in the first 2 minutes of a period and the last 2 minutes of a period.
It's all about catching that team off guard, which they did to us tonight, to the boys. I thought we had a fairly good warm-up, but that first couple shifts really, they sunk their teeth in and they didn't let go from there.
Well, and the nice thing is you didn't panic.
No.
You had a lot of hockey to play yet, and the kids hung in there.
And it's kind of crazy to see the difference, We're down by 2 goals, and everything's positive on the bench. If you think positive things are going to happen. We have people picking people up. We have the seniors helping out the freshmen, telling people what to do in the right ways, not just the bossy ways. So that's, it's really going to make a difference towards the end of the year. We have a lot of young kids seeing shifts that, hey, they probably shouldn't be seeing, but we're going to get them in there early, take the lumps, and they're going to learn. So that way at the end of the year, when we make a push, we have that full roster of 20 that we can play.
Okay, well, that sounds good. I think they played just about everybody tonight, and you played just about everybody, I think, too.
Yep. Oh, yeah. We had a couple guys that just saw a couple shifts, but they know that. We have 4 spots open for the just varsity roster, and everybody's battling this year.
Well, and what really does with some kids that maybe won't get a lot of playing time, but it still gets them in a game early, gets some of the butterflies out of the way, number one, and they get to play. Now they know what they're up against, and I think that gets them more enthused for practice and looking for the next time they get to play.
It's not every game you see 2 freshmen getting every other shift. So, so having that being done today against a tough team and them doing their jobs and doing it right, and after the game, knowing the difference between, hey, what do we got to do different for the next game? It's a huge difference early on in the year that's going to make wonders for as they're developing throughout the years.
All right, and I thought Owen McBride played pretty well in the nets.
Oh, yeah.
He gave up a couple of goals early, and of course, sometimes that comes down to your defenseman helping him out a little bit too. But I thought he hung in there. He was only a sophomore.
Yep, we had a couple lapses on the defensive zone, which we mentioned, and it's going to be adjusted the next week at practice and tonight on the board talk, and we're going to go from there. And it's all about keeping the feet moving, keeping that positive attitude, and, hey, we're here to fight another day.
All right, sounds good. Go get him tomorrow, and good luck at Sioux Center.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Good to see you. So we appreciate that. And again, 6-2 final. Jared Slobodsky, our player of the game, Subway player of the game. And Sioux Center tomorrow, but our next broadcast the 21st with Huron. Right. And then the 31st, which will be New Year's Eve.
That's a makeup game.
It's a makeup game with Mitchell. It's a 6 o'clock face-off.
Right.
So you can still go to the game and get to your party or whatever you want to do afterwards. Yeah.
Lots of time.
Lots of time.
Yeah, Jameson alluded to it, but, the Lakers have a lot of young kids that are playing.
Yeah.
And that's encouraging. We like our seniors, and you can see the senior leadership out there because they do kind of take control of the ice. But some of these young kids, we need to watch these kids. They're playing well.
Well, and the one that comes to my mind, of course, is Max Evans.
Yeah.
But, what's kind of fun about some of these kids is they don't know any better.
No.
So they go out and do their thing,
they just want to play
hockey. And that's good because in some ways you don't have to think, you just go out and do it.
Yeah. Like Jameson did tonight, he puts these young kids out on the ice. Let's see what they're going to do. And then he can hone them and shape those kids and put them where they need to be and so forth. But put them out there early in the year. There's some talented kids in that freshman class. There's some talented kids in that sophomore class. So, with the senior leadership and some of those juniors, this team can come together. They really can.
Oh, yeah. And of course, that kid that didn't think he was going to play tonight gets to play tonight. Now he goes home all pumped up and goes,
Yeah.
I got a couple of
Yeah.
minutes of playing time.
Yeah.
And now he's raring to go.
And Jameson's one to put a little competition out there too. You know, you heard him say there's 4 spots that are going to be on this varsity roster, and those kids are all fighting for it. And I'll be honest with you, there might be 7 or 8 kids that can fight for those spots,
Yeah.
and any of them can do it.
Yeah, I think so too.
So-
So good luck to the kids tomorrow at Sioux Center. It's a 4:45 start. So good luck to them. You'll
And
be
Sioux
down
Center,
there.
Sioux Center's been a pretty tough team, and they've got some seniors coming back. It used to be years ago. Sioux Center's one of our newer programs.
Yes.
And
Not
used to
anymore.
go down and we would take our win and come home. We don't do that anymore. You got to go down there and you have to play.
Yeah, that's a
Yep.
very good point. So Canny Gator is their head
Yep.
man, and he's still down there. And I
Yep.
think they've got a
Yeah.
goalie that's a Canny Gator, don't they?
They have their leading scorers back.
Yes.
I believe he's number 9. I can't put a name on him, but he's coming back, and their goalie that was very good last year, he is back.
Yeah, that's a Blake Canny Gator.
Correct.
He's back, and of course they don't have a 9 on this team, but they've got some guys like Canyon Brown.
Kenyon Brown, that
Remember
is
him?
him. Yes, he was
Yep.
their leading scorer last year.
He was their leading scorer last year, and they have some people like that. So, yeah, they'll be fun to watch. They also have, of course, Malai Brown, Sonny
Yep.
Brown,
Yep.
who's back from last year. Some of those people, and so anyway, they have some interesting names on that team. But Creed Waring
Yep.
is back, of course. People like that. So Vanderplax
Yep.
and that type of thing. So
And like I said, that's a place you're going to have to go down there, and you're going to have to bring your A game because
Yeah.
they'll take it to you.
Yep, that's right. So that'll be a lot of fun. So good luck to the Lakers, and we look forward to the next broadcast on the 21st of this month.
And we're going to stay with live feeds. When you hear us, there's going to be video.
Okay.
So we're going to be live all year long.
All right. I kind of like radio, but we're getting used to all this stuff.
Yeah, this live tonight and radio is the same. It's just that we have more cords.
Yeah, and the thing is, some buildings are a little different material, if I can
Yeah.
put it that way.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a little tougher getting out of these
Right,
buildings.
right. It's a whole new thing for us, but we're going to go with it this year, and we're going to see how it is. I
All
hope
right.
everybody appreciates it.
Sounds good. Well, you get down there so you can enjoy Parents' Night.
Yes, and I need to find
beginning for,
Sablotsky.
like the Lakers and some things like that.
All right.
Thanks, of course, to Mr. Eric Scott, Creststone Builders, on this Builders Night, and of course also Deutsche Excavating, McKeever Vending, Hanson Moran Eye Clinic, Elite Drain and Sewer, South Dakota Trailers, First Premier Bank Card, also Riddle's Jewelry and DuPont Electric, plus, of course, Subway, and a special thanks to, of course, Hy-Vee, Reliabank, also Frito-Lay Dakota Butcher. So for all the people that helped us get on, and for Jim Lloyd and Jeff Anderson saying thanks for tuning in and staying with us, and good night from the Mace Ice Arena.